and died. And so it went to another friend who then said, well, I'm not going to build that. And he gave it to somebody else. So they've been passed around a lot. This one came to me, one of the guys here showed up with a box full of stuff, and this kind of assembled in it. And I said, well, oh, I know exactly what that is. And he says, well, it's yours now, Merry Christmas. So I had to go through it and figure out what the guy did, because he modified some things, changed it to ball bearings. I think he saw this copper pipe arrangement on it and quit at that point. But he'd also started the boiler. There was a companion boiler that went with it. He'd also started that. So, and it looked as though it had been in this box since the 70s. So I think that the guy who gave it to me got it from a guy who probably got it in a box from somebody else and stuck it up on the shelf. It's going to take a lot of steam. And so why two? Well, the first thing that happened, I started making the crankcase, and in making the crankcase, it essentially made a second crankcase. And I said, well, it's just as easy to make 4 parts as two, right?
You could make a Heisler Garrett.
I could. In fact, Heisler designed a locomotive that was never built, which had 2 engines. It was a 4-cylinder setup.
Okay.
But it was pretty crazy, so they didn't do that. It turns over pretty well. It has actually not run on its own yet, but we'll get to that. And the second engine, it's like, first thought was, well, I can sell it to somebody. The second thought was, this ought to go in something. So if I live long enough, it'll go into a steam truck. So anyway, that's my recent activity.
Hydrochloric nitric acid on a coated tap.
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The end is broken.
Pardon?
The broken end is exposed.
Yes.
Shell.
The reason this one broke was a curious reason. I had a hole drilled in material that I was tapping from here, and this has to be perpendicular half the story for the intake. The air still has to get to these manifolds, and that's through this induction tube. So that slides in there and bolts to the bottom of those manifolds. So this I finally finished. This is where I was tapping, and see, the exit hole for one of the taps was on the side of that side of that tube.
That's made out of 6061.
Yeah.
If you made it out of 2024, you can avoid some of those problems.
Yes. I'd probably make the whole engine out of 7075 if I had to do it over again. So this finally got made, and the supercharger has been on there for 10 years, but it has never had a carburetor. So I made the carburetor finally. It would normally, if it was scale, it would be a little bit longer, and instead I shortened it, and I've got an RC airplane engine carburetor stuck on the bottom there. So that will bolt on to the back of the supercharger like that. And other than just the RC carb on the bottom there, other than that, it's pretty scale. And then the exit from the supercharger is here, and that's been missing this elbow until just last month. So I finally machined the elbow, or a pipe, So it's coming together.
Are you doing this all on manual machines?
Yeah, as I've explained many times, my day job is computers, and so when I get home, everything's manual.
How'd you machine the rounded corner on the oven?